think meeting Dave and Will, it says a lot about the attitude in America, that have-a-go attitude and go for it. They've got a fantastic distillery there. And I'm going to use the inspiration for that cake to make my version of the pound cake, but I'm going to flavour it with orange, yoghurt and kirsch. Now for the base of this, I'm going to use butter. It's basically a traditional pound cake recipe, all but one ingredient, which instead of using buttermilk, I'm going to use natural yoghurt.
Beat the butter and sugar together.
Now really, wherever you go around America, pound cakes are on the menu of many, many bakeries. It's just a simple recipe that really works if you want to incorporate more and more flavours in. But I'm going to flavour mine with some orange and just use the zest. You get much more flavour, particularly in a cake.
Then add the eggs one at a time while whisking.
And this is the difference in mine. I'm just going to use some yoghurt. I think the yoghurt gives a nice flavour to it, but you could use buttermilk to this.
Mix baking powder with the flour, then add to the batter.
And I've just lined one of these cake tins. In America, they use these all over the place. It's a classic French Savarin mould, but they use this to bake pound cakes in a lot. And the basis of it is it allows the air to circulate through the centre because it's got the hole in. So it actually cooks the cake quicker and more evenly.
Fill the cake mould with the finished batter.
Just dropping this slightly to allow the mixture to fill the whole mould. And then you need to bake that for 30 minutes, about 170, 180 degrees centigrade, 380 Fahrenheit.
With my pound cake out of the oven and cooling on a rack, it's time for the next stage.
Now, like Katie did, I'm going to soak mine with alcohol, but not as much rum as she did. But I'm actually going to use kirsch. And all we do is mix the kirsch with some stock syrup, which is basically just boiled sugar and water, and soak the sponge. So we can leave that to soak for a little bit. I'm going to caramelise my cherries, and to do that, we just need some plain caster sugar in a pan.
Over a medium heat, the sugar will turn golden brown. Now it's time to coat the cherries.
And carefully dip them into the caramel.
Stone the remaining cherries and, like Katie's rum cake, add them to the centre. Next, pipe whipped double cream on top of the cherries in the middle of the cake. Make a simple icing by mixing water, icing sugar and kirsch.
This is to make a paper piping bag. You just need a bit of greaseproof paper into a triangle and then hold one end and wrap the other around it. And you end up with a nice piping bag.
Fill with the icing and cut off the end. Now slowly squeeze the icing over the cake for that perfect finish.
And then you can decorate the top with the candied cherries. And there you have it, my orange pound cake flavoured with kirsch and candied cherries.